Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I'm here with a Versus review. This time it is Flipsides, the eHobby exclusive that came with Twincast, versus the KFC Toys Flipside White Robot, which is definitely a cool third-party Transformer. I'm going to look at both of these. We're going to talk about their features. We're going to look at them in both robot and cassette mode, because cassette modes are exciting, and see if this guy or gal is right for your collection. Be right back. So as I mentioned before that very brief transition, we have Flipsides, and Flipsides is actually a female Autobot, or is she? As I mentioned, she came with the eHobby Twincast reissue and was an original character that was only released with that particular toy, which makes her kind of hard to find. But when you read up on Flipsides, apparently she flips sides because she is indeed a sleeper agent for the Decepticons. Now, I've read various wiki stories about her, and some say she doesn't even know she's a sleeper agent. It's set on a timer that one day, after millions of years, she will realize her Decepticon allegiance and fuck over the Autobots. And she's also apparently some kind of archaeologist, so very neat. We'll take a look at the official toy first, then we'll take a look at the KFC Toys Flipside. So, pretty easy to tell, this is a repaint of Rewind and Eject. Not a heck of a lot of posability, though not too bad for a cassette. The legs don't really go forward, they can go back, and that's pretty much it for the legs. The arms move up and down. You can't really move them out to the side. The head certainly doesn't turn. So it's a G1, or modeled from a G1, and therefore we're not expecting a lot of posability. Comes with these two chrome guns that are in a pink color, kind of a metallic pink, I guess to indicate that Flipsides is a female, which is weird because I know plenty of women who like the color blue, you know, but what do you want? It's from Japan. Has the rub sign on the side, and what's interesting about this particular toy is it actually has the sticker showing both the weaknesses of Fortress Maximus and the weaknesses of Scorponok on the legs there. So, and we'll see that again when it is in its cassette mode. But a very cool toy, nice repaint. Again, I won't say what I always say about repaints, but I like them. Enter Flipside from KFC Toys. Now this particular mold is based on the same mold that the third-party Rewind and Eject came in that were with Transistor, who is a very cool third-party version of Blaster. And one of these days I may actually have to break him out and do a review or a versus review. So a lot more posability than the G1. Comes with blue guns, as you can see here. And the shoulder, you can actually shrug the shoulders. You can point out to the side, has elbows. You know, can pretty much move in a variety of directions, aim the gun in a variety of directions. The legs can move forward. They almost are too posable. Has knees that bend, and of course, the full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme. In fact, can pretty much, you know, look very uncomfortable. And the head does turn. So, a very cool version of this character. I mean, it's hard to say I'm imagining Flipside would be considered a female, as it is based on the original toy, which is a female. Why Flipside is a female, I mean, there's no indication. But, you know, if that's how Flipside wants to identify, who am I to say no? But unlike Black Arachnia and some of the other female Autobots, there are no female physical attributes to this particular toy. Either of them, actually, so we'll just say that, like Rosanna, it's a female. Though other than cosmetically, do genders actually have a purpose in the Transformers universe when you're a Transformer? So putting them side by side, you can see that Flipside is a little bit taller than Flipsides. So when they describe this toy, it's Flipside, no space, one word, and Flipsides is two words, you know, but you can call her whatever you want. Now, Flipside does come with these weapons. They were a little tight to get into the fists, but they get in there. Now, the additional features that come with Flipside is you can change the head. So there are a couple other heads here that can go flying around, and if my cats find them, we're in trouble. Now, looking at the head that is the default head for Flipside, it doesn't quite match, and neither of the other ones actually match that closely to the original. I would have to say this one, which is very hard to see, is probably the closest one. Yeah, zoom in. So I could change the head very easily. Comes off very easily to a face that looks a little bit more like the original eHobby exclusive, but it's really up to you what head you want to put on Flipside. But I know what you've been waiting for, the super exciting cassette mode. Oh, by the way, Flipside comes in this little tape case, which is kind of cool and dark. Maybe hinting at the dark secret that Flipside hides, or, you know, they just made it dark. So taking the original eHobby Flipsides transforms exactly like Rewind and Eject, of course. And if you look in the front here, we have the rub sign. This is a genuine Takara product, which actually, when you rub it, shows a Decepticon symbol, which is very interesting. So all Blaster has to do is rub the symbol. He'll find out. So that is very cool, because Flipside is a traitor. Well, not a traitor, a spy. Can't be a traitor if, you know, you started out on the side you're still on. And again, it has on the front here a little sticker, and they use stickers on these showing Fort Max, but on the back is Scorponok. So there is a version of Steeljaw that came with a Scorponok sticker, so you're in very small company, or very bestial company. Anyways, so there is Flipsides as a cassette. Fits quite easily into Blaster, just like the other cassettes. All right, Flipside, we shall remove the guns. A little more complex of a transformation, as you might imagine. Now, I received Flipside, I bought her through AliExpress, and showed up in a little plastic bag in an envelope. There was no box, and that's fine. Don't really need a box for this. Did not come with instructions though, which, you know, luckily I had the others, so it was pretty easy to figure out how to transform it. And you could always go and look on certain other channels that just show transforming Transformers, which I use them too, so it's all good. So what is kind of cool about this cassette tape is that the fists actually go into where, you know, how cassette tapes work, you might not, you know, where the, I don't even know what they're called, but you'd put the cassette in and they would spin and move the tape. The fists are in that area. If you wanted to store the guns, you could store them on the back. Obviously, it's not gonna fit into anybody's chest with the gun sticking out. So, just like the G1s, put it aside. But there are no stickers indicating a faction. Obviously, this is third party. And there are no stickers indicating that Scorponok's ass could be kicked by hitting him here. But what's interesting is the cassettes are pretty much identical in size, which is very neat, which means that this one will fit into the original Blaster. They are the same width, they are the same height, the same girth. That just didn't sound right. And in this little cassette case, you can actually put the original Flipside. So it's kind of neat. I do appreciate how with newer technology, some of the vehicles and cassettes and things of that nature, once you transform them, are larger than the original G1 versions. So, but yeah, identical. The design, if you compare them side by side. Now this is blue instead of pink, but like I said, some women enjoy blue. So it's very similar. The stickers are very reminiscent. You have the metal position, you've got the metal position. Now these cassettes are actually mini cassettes that would go into like some dictation recorder. used a lot by attorneys. Now, right now I've seen that Flipside is going for like $13, $14 on AliExpress. I will link to that particular toy, plus maybe like $4 shipping. So like less than 20 bucks to get a very cool version of Flipsides. And Flipsides you might be able to find on eBay, sold separately. I don't know how much you're gonna go for. You might have to buy the eHobby Twincast in order to get this little spy. But you can take a look. You might also find some sellers of this on eBay, probably around the same amount. Obviously, this is much less expensive, more posable. This is more reminiscent of G1. So let me know in the comments which one you think is better, and what do you think about these spies? And while you are debating whether to get your own Flipside or go and try to find an original Flipsides, there's some videos over here you can check out. There's a subscribe button down there. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be great if you did. You can also now give super thanks if you want to support this channel, and it would be really appreciated if you did that. We could also use a thumbs up, comments, all that kind of stuff. We'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.